talk with you about the dangers of technology. Our society has become so dependent on our TVs, cell phones, and computers that we as a society have become reluctant to relate to one another face to face. How many times have you been driving and saw the car next to you swerve recklessly into the other lane? The glare of the cell phone is on their face. This is a huge distraction. I will discuss this later in a few minutes. Another example is standing in line at a grocery store. The person behind you is on the phone, distracted by the conversation they are having on the phone. Oblivious to those around them, they can easily overhear their conversation. They are not ever interested in acknowledging those around them with a smile. In the next few minutes, I will give you some startling statistics on how our society has become dependent on the technology and the dangers they impose. Cell phones are one of the biggest dangers of technology. On cell phones, most people text message. According to a Nielsen company, text messaging for most people is 83%. According to the Washington Post, 28% of accidents include a cell phone. That's about 1.4 million. 200,000 of those deal with text messaging. Over 120 studies show that handheld devices do not help when it comes to removing distractions at the wheel. It just makes it easier. There's a story about Bailey Goodman, who was 17, and 4 of her friends were in a car driving 2 minutes after they just graduated high school. The girl that was driving Bailey decided that she was going to send a text message to a friend saying a greeting. She ended up swerving into oncoming traffic, hit a tractor trailer. There were no survivors, and the SUV blew up into flames. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is now teaming up to deal with the texting and driving issue. Another problem is computers. In the last couple years, people have used computers for everything. Emailing, talking to people, Facebook, even college. You can even go to college online now. You don't even have to leave. Or high school. People do high school online. Facebook is a social network website that in the last year has increased 54%. Each person does at least 20 minutes of Facebook a day. Another issue is cyberbullying. People online will go start talking to their friends and associating with one another and talking about other people. Well, then they decide, hey, I'm going to go post this online about this person. The person who they were posting about finds out about it, and sometimes it has even resulted in death. Dating is another danger of technology online. 1 in 4 statistics show 1 out of 4 people date online. They talk to the person 5, 6, 7, 8 months, then decide they're going to go meet. And then they find out the person they met is not who they are at all. They could be a complete psycho. Televisions are another danger of technology. Parents on average spend, according to statistics, 3.5 minutes a week conversating a deep conversation with their kids. There are 2 sets of TVs per household nowadays. And say when your family decides that you guys are going to eat dinner. Some families eat dinner in their living room and watch television. They don't talk to each other, say, hey, how was your day? How are you doing? They don't do any of that. Another thing, parents come home from work and the kids say, hey, Mom, I want to come play. And the parents just push them off to the side and say, go play with something. And the parents just go and watch television. TV, time spent per day. Women spend between 4.5 hours to 5 hours each day watching TV. Men spend 4 hours watching TV a day. And teens and kids come down the youngest, and they only spend about 3.5 hours a day. Those 3.5 hours and the hours that their parents spend watching TV can be done together. They can go play games, go out, play sports, enjoy the time being together, go watch movies, go out to dinner, something that they can all do as a family. Another thing is that the dangers of technology are making kids, their energy levels are decreasing because they're being introduced to television, cell phones, and computers at young ages. Even though it can be helpful to them, it's dangerous because they don't want to interact with friends. They just want to sit home, play on computers, play with their parents' cell phones, and watch TV all the time. There are other things that they can go out and do and interact face to face. If we keep this up to where television, cell phones, and computers are our number one priority, we're going to be obsessed with them for one, like we already are. We always have to have our cell phones at hand. And nowadays, television, cell phones, and computers are all in one. They're all in this one little device that's in your pocket at hand at all times. When you're with friends, family, anybody, you can be texting people, watching television, and playing games on your cell phone when you should be interacting with your family and friends. If we keep this up, we are all going to become on the movie WALL-E, where people are so overweight and obese that they just sit in a chair all day and be couch potatoes. And it's down to the point to where the person that they're talking to could be right next to them, but instead all they do are texting and Facebooking each other and other things. So I'm hoping in time that we will all try and let this technology not be so obsessed with technology and enjoy our families